Hey everybody. So we're in here. This is the older JK. Just a quick walkthrough of what the dashboard looked like. It was nice for when it first came out, but there's been a lot of updates in automobile technology, basically infotainment system that they call, which is infotainment information as well as entertainment. Now that has become very central to any vehicle in the modern day. So that's kind of controls a lot of functions of the vehicle, which the JK did not have. They had to put that in there. So this is the older 430 radio, not 430, but this one did have Bluetooth, voice command, satellite radio. The upgrade for this one was you could get a 430 radio, which was or 430N, which did have navigation and a touch screen. But backup camera never came from the factory, nor did any other modern kind of features other than Bluetooth. It was plain, it is simple, it's plasticky, but it was functional. Nobody complained about anything, but then you know, we needed to go up and upgrade. This one's got the leather wrap steering wheel. You had the cruise control over here, the voice commands, Bluetooth, and some information in the cluster. This is basically how you could get it, and there was no more or no less. This is basically the dashboard. The gear shifter lever, as you can see, is down here. Cup holders, and that's your 4x4. I just wanted to show this real quick, and then now we go into the JL and see what that looks like. Alright guys, welcome in here.
Was brought to you by Shane Company.
I just love that animation. It's fantastic. It goes from the old MB Wrangler to the new JL. Now coming in, I did touch upon some of these features in the last video, but then compared to the old JK, this dash is futuristic, at least to say. I mean, it's got all the technology that a vehicle in 2018 should have. Like I showed you earlier, remote start, push button start, keyless entries. Basically, you don't have to use this key. You need to have it with you. Just lay it down there. The controls, they're big, beefy, and they have this rubberized kind of feel. So if you had gloves on, you could still operate any of these knobs. This is the 7-inch. Now this is a sport package, so it doesn't have the 8.4-inch touchscreen radio, the Uconnect system, but this is the 7-inch Uconnect 3, if I'm not mistaken. But then one good thing about the Uconnect is its simplicity and ease of use. This is, of course, in all our products, Grand Cherokee, Charger, Challenger, all of that good stuff. So let me run you real quick. It's divided tab wise. In your first tab, you have your radio, which is AM, FM, SiriusXM, and you get a year subscription free. Media connectivity, it's right here. Now this is fantastic. This is like an out-of-box Jeep. Everything's sturdy, everything's you know, weather resistant. You have this cover for the aux input. You do have a USB type C input and a USB input, so you can connect your computer via the reverse. So you can put the USB side to your computer and connect this. So this is a data port as well as a charging port. This could be used. This one's got the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you can just hook your phone up to a USB. It'll charge the phone while you can share the phone screen onto this system. Climate controls are dual zone, so you got some hard keys. You set it up just like you do it at home. Set a certain temperature, hit auto, and it'll do its thing to kind of set up the temperature. You also have some hard keys over here, the same function. You could set a temperature and just hit auto, and it'll do its thing to set up the temperature in the vehicle. The apps is like an app store, so you have everything central in here. This is really nice. They did add a backup camera button, so you can turn this on even if you're driving forward. If you had a trailer or something at the back that you wanted to keep an eye on, just turn it on. You can look at it and keep an eye on what's happening in the back. Bluetooth, make and receive phone calls. It will also read incoming text messages to you. You can speak text messages and reply. You have a dedicated phone controls and voice commands button right here. So phone, pick up, hang up, and this is for your voice commands. So you can press this and say things like call a name, dial a number, stuff like that. Now this one does not have the inbuilt navigation, but like I said, since it has the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, you can mirror the phone screen with the maps and stuff on here. So here in the settings, you can go and customize a number of functions like safety and driving assistance. So if you wanted the backup camera to delay when it comes on by default when you put in reverse, but when you go back to drive, if you wanted to stay on for a bit, hill start assist and stuff like that. Coming down here, along with the soft keys, you have some hard keys. This vehicle is equipped with the start-stop technology. So basically, if you come to a traffic light and you were waiting, it will cut off the motor, but a lot of people don't like it. You can turn it off by pressing this button. This is your hill descent control. So if you're coming down a steep hill, just hit this button, take your foot off the brake, and the accelerator will do its thing to bring the vehicle down. Again, a very horizontal CJ style design. So you've got all your command center right here. They've added this kind of a lip which was reminiscent of the CJ. This is it's a nice material. I don't know what it is, but it feels metal, but soft to the touch. Cup holders, it seems like they raised this whole part up compared to the JK, so your cup holders are raised above, and it kind of makes it easy. The shifter is shot through. I mean, it's like really short. It seemed like the older shifter was longer and you had a lot more travel in it. This one's like shot through. The four-wheel drive controls remain the same, so it's 2H, 4H, neutral, and 4 low. So you can shift between 2H and 4H on the fly. When you want to get into neutral and 4 low is when you have to stop. Again, these are the knobs, the latches for the door, and they made them huge. And like if you had gloves on, or anybody could just grab it. They moved the controls for the mirrors onto the door, automatic headlamps. So just turn this to auto and it'll turn on whenever it needed it. You've got the dimmer switch over here, so it goes go all the way up and it turns on the cabin lights just like that, or you can dim the interior lighting. Cruise control on this side, they have left this blank. This kind of indicates to me that we will probably get the radar in the front sometime in the future, which would give us forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, and park assist. It seems like they've left a blank, but something tells me that that's going to be coming. The latches are kind of similar, but they've got a different kind of finish on the material as far as the hard top's concerned. Seems like the same function, but they got rid of this the screws that you had to take off. That was a pain. You had to unscrew, and they were really long screws, took a long time. So it's all just latches, and should be very easy to take it off. The other thing that they've added on this one, this is a sport, but it's kind of highly equipped sport. You have the garage door openers. So these are universal garage door openers. Sync them up. Illuminated mirrors. Now this was a complaint. We had mirrors in the Jeep JK, but we had no lights, and now they've added that.